welcome all to this chat show with Mr. Sudip Saha. He is MD and co-founder of Future Market Insights, and myself, Aditi Basu, head of marketing at Future Market Insights. Welcome, Sudip, to this chat show.
Hi, Aditi.
We would like to discuss with you about 2022. We are almost nearing the end. We wanted to have a quick chat about Future Market Insights, the year that was. But let me start with a major milestone for you in your career. You received the award from Economic Times as a global icon in business consulting. How does it feel?
It feels great, but still we are a student of consulting and will continue to learn. So learning never stops. It's just a recognition that yes, we are doing something which is different from others. And it's always good feel when you get recognized by some forums like Economic Times, which is a brand name and which is really one of the reputed ones. So it's just a recognition of what we are doing, and it proves that what we are doing we are doing good. So of course, it's not only me who is providing this great consultancy services. It goes to the entire team, it goes to my partner. So I think it's a teamwork and it's a recognition for the team.
Great. Absolutely. What you mentioned is very valid. It is a teamwork. So let's talk about Future Market Insights and the year that was 2022. What would you like to share as some of the highlights of how successful the year was for us?
So I think after COVID, it has been a great successful year, because this is the 1 year at least for the last 8 months or 7 months, we are working continuously from office. And first of all, congratulations to my team, so that they could actually come out of this traumatic experience that we have over the last couple of years. And it created a new impact for the entire workforce. It created a new impact for the entire team. And it has been a good year for us in terms of business, in terms of course, creating market leading insights, as well as creating some impactful projects across. So overall, if I see, let's split the years into 3 and let's see how it goes. In terms of team building and team effort, I think we have, after COVID, it is the first year, or it is the first 7 months where we are working with the entire team. We are trying to train them, we are trying to get them ready for the real consulting projects, and we are creating a lot of impactful new leaders emerging out of after COVID. So that is one thing that we have been doing really well. Second, of course, congratulations to you and my finance team and my operations team, that they are successful in opening our US operation despite being COVID. So that is a great thing that has happened. So now we are very close to our clients, and we can give them solution not for 18 hours but 24 hours. So that has been a really innovative, that has been a really impactful thing from the business perspective. Third point, if you see the topic coverage, that has grown significantly. So in terms of coverage, if you see, we have grown from around 50 key markets we are covering till 2021. And this year, we are covering more than 350 new topics. So that is another thing that we have grown. In terms of team size, we have grown almost 30% this year. So there are various teams we have created new. So we have always been a digital marketing oriented company. Now we have an established proper organic marketing channel. Other than that, we are exploring new teams in terms of research. That means we are trying to segregate a lot of domain specific teams this year. So if you see, plant-based is a new capability that we have added, and we are working there. So we are trying to make the world a better place to live. So plant-based is an entire new focus that we have been ramping up over the last couple of years. Second is, I believe robotics has a lot of potential. So robotics is one channel that we are adding into our portfolio for the next couple of years. Third that we are adding is sustainability, because if you see, environment is a big concern in today's world, and I always feel that we need to leave a better place for our next generation. So sustainability research is one thing that we are really focused on. Now, sustainability is not a single domain that you can cover. So it's a cross vertical domain. We have plant-based so that there are less of meat consumption. So that is one cross vertical. Packaging is one thing where a lot of sustainability work is going on. Electric vehicles is something, there are a lot of sustainability is going on. And not only electric vehicles, it's electric transportation. So electric boats, electric ship, hyperloop. So these are all the things that will create a lot of impact to the next generation. So that is one area where we are covering. And last but not the least, we all know that healthcare is something very, very important. And because during COVID we understood. So I think health related or wellness, that will create lot of interest about. So wellness is another thing that we'll be focusing on. It's not only about wellness in terms of health wellness, but preventive wellness. So supplements, mental wellness, mental health apps. So all these cross things, all these cross domain things, I think will have a lot of impact over the next level. So FMI will continue to work on that in terms of this. Other than that, I think the next year, I will be focusing on personally is that to increase our footprint, not only into the traditional market, but also non-traditional markets. So I think in terms of potential, Middle East is going to be a great potential in the next couple of years. So we need to increase. With the Qatar World Cup, we saw that there are a lot of interest in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia is transforming them with their vision for 2030. So I think we need to cater to these markets, and this will be very, very important for us. So Middle East is one region. Southeast Asia, we often have a habit of ignoring the home market and reaching out abroad. So I think within our bordering countries, we have a lot of potential. In India, we have a lot of potential in Thailand. We have a lot of potential in Korea. So these are the markets I think we will be continue to increase our tracking.
That's great, Sudip. You mentioned a lot of very significant milestones that we've achieved as a company this year, starting from increasing our top line revenues, increasing our client base, expanding our service portfolio to the sustainable technologies that you mentioned, which are absolutely critical. So if you had to, talk about some of the growth accelerators, around which this growth we've seen in this year, what would they be?
Yeah. People, process, these are the two things, and technology. These are the three growth accelerators that will continue to focus.
Absolutely. And I think for any company, for growth, these are always the three key levers around which everything is surrounded. So let me ask you something, since we are talking about growth. In the beginning of this year, did you expect this kind of growth? Was this in your mind?
So now growth is not always in terms of revenue. Growth is not always in terms of employee count, or growth is even not always about number of customers you win. So growth is also about the rating that you own in Clutch, that 4.9 out of 5. The growth is that our entire team is getting recognized for doing their good work, because a lot of customers are coming back continuously. So that is an also growth. I like people, I like the company when our analyst travels to the world and people actually wait to see their presentation, because everybody knows that FMI's presentation is unique compared to the market. So that is something which is growth for me.
The market research and consulting industry is very competitive. Like every other day, we see new players mushrooming, and there are even independent contractors or independent consultants, as we call it. So, how does Future Market Insights consistently deliver and differentiate in such an extremely competitive market space?
See, whatever you do, Aditi, it's a very interesting question. Actually, everybody tells me the market research industry is very competitive, and there are a lot of traditional firms, non-traditional firms, newcomers, independent consultants. But that is good. That is good. A product is always created when there are enough number of people to be sold. So everybody has their niche, and everybody is catering to the clients, because nobody can cover all the things in the market. You can't be exceptional in healthcare, you can be exceptional in food, you can be exceptional in alternative food, you cannot be exceptional in ICT. So everybody is working as per their node. See, just think about it, Aditi. There are more than 500 industries in SIC classification, and we have more than 200 countries globally. Okay, so 500 into 200, that gives how much? So that is the opportunity we have. Research prices varies from $100 to $1 million for a study. Now that is the range you can cover. With every addition of zero, there is a niche market. 100 to 1000, there is a niche market. 1000 to $10,000, there is a market. 10,000 to $100,000, there are different markets. The companies need to evolve. So there is no dearth of opportunity in the market. We just need to cater to the clients. We just need to cater to the client's niche requirement, and we need to ensure that they are getting a solution out of that. The problem with market research industry always has been that they have provided the data, but they have not provided the solution. So my focus will be that I will provide solution to the clients, and opportunities will arise always out of it.
And that brings me to my next question, because in one of the earlier interviews that you gave with the CEO of Nari, where you mentioned that how FMI has completely transformed the way it is delivering its research services or consulting services with miniaturization, with real time. So would you like to elaborate a bit on that?
I think market research industry need to save time of clients. Okay, so why client comes to me? Client doesn't come to me to go through my 500-pager report. Client comes to me for two things. One is they want to know the unknown, and second is they want that how I can get ahead of my competition, or how can I enter into a market, right? So for that, I think we need to have this solution where the report should be one slider or two slider, and we should talk about those things. And every other data point should be something which should be accessible when the client needs. So miniaturization of report will help the clients or customers to save their precious time. And third thing that I always speak about, that till date market research industry is providing data which is outdated. How many times you update a report? Once in a year? Twice in a year? Okay, maximum you do it quarterly. So still on the third month of a quarter, you are getting an outdated data of the last quarter. So we need to transform this to a real-time data analysis. Real-time data is going to transform the industry.
Absolutely, because the industry moves so fast, it's so dynamic within the blink of an eye, and there is some tension, some geopolitical tension which has already disrupted the supply chain. So it's very essential what you mentioned, the real-time market research. And I wanted to know your ideas, because this is something which has always intrigued me. We've seen how the pandemic disrupted the global industry, and I believe the pandemic is just one spoke in the flywheel. Like, my point is that there are so many other global risks that are coming up which can disrupt the global industry, just like the pandemic did. So do you think businesses are prepared for it? Do you think market research can help them be prepared for it?
See, I don't think that businesses are unprepared for that. It's just that the option of exploring. Every business needs to continuously explore to keep an uninterrupted supply chain, to keep an uninterrupted supply to the customers, and the perfect trading solution. So this is not about that businesses are unprepared, but yes, there are some pockets that some businesses might miss, and market research definitely is the solution for that. So I don't think that we are not aware that, okay, after China, there are a lot of manufacturing hubs in Vietnam or in Thailand or in Eastern Europe or even in US. So it's just that we need to continuously explore new things so that we understand where the alternatives are.
Let's talk a little bit moving from business to workforce, which is a crucial part of business, of course. Future Market Insights started from a handful of top consultants, and today we are a multinational workforce. It's a tremendous achievement over the last almost a decade. So what is your vision with our employees in the next 3 to 4 years?
See, I think our employee ratio will be a mix of on-site and off-site resources over the next couple of years. So we will try to hire local analysts, as many as possible, to provide local analysts, and that's how any analyst from a market research firm grows. So we'll continuously work to have more local analysts so that we get more local perspective. Other than that, I think the panels that we are having, they are doing an immense good work, but we need to update our panelists more so that we get more real-time effort out of that. We get more real-time data. And third, in terms of, I think it's very necessity that our analysts actually goes to attend as many industry forums as possible. Because I believe in research, what you learn in one event will not be possible to achieve through 600 primary calls. Because there is so much of perspective. So I think industry events will be one thing where I want my analysts or our analysts to travel as much as possible so that they know what people are talking about and not only what people are writing about. You need to pick a trend when it is just on the brainstorming stage and not on the maturity stage. So we are covering plant-based in 2016.
Yeah.
Okay. Our first report on plant-based food was launched in 2016. Now that time, hardly there are 5-6 companies who has commercialized it. And now people after COVID is talking about plant-based and alternate protein and all these things. So I want that when the thing is creating a buzz, we need to start covering it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what is interesting is at FMI, we've been researching on these concepts that you just said, which are mainstream today, but we started tracking them when they were in an embryonic stage, right? And we've been tracking the market impact and how it moves. And today they are mainstream. So I think that is something which our customers also look out for. Sudip, any last, message, year-end message to our clients, to our employees, to our partners?
So first of all, I think we need to actually thank our clients because they have continuously supported us over so many years. So that is one great thing, that the thing we are doing on the client side, that this clutch thing is coming out, your rating is good, your so all these things that we have been a member of SOMAR, we have been a member of New York Chamber of Commerce, and all these things. So I think that's what is phenomenal for me. Anurag has been very supportive, and he's also doing, he's supporting us whatever we want to achieve. If FMI has evolved in any other areas, other than numbers and anything, this combination of hybrid workforce, and actually it is helping us to grow because you are accessing the best talent wherever they are without needing a physical infra. When you don't need a physical infra, your operating margin goes up. And when you have access to the best talent pool across the world without a physical infrastructure, your revenue goes up. So automatically your revenue is increasing, your operating margin is increasing. So you will do great. You have money to invest in. See, I always tell to all my employees that don't think about 20% growth, 30% growth. So the demand should be unlimited to get the result which will be unlimited too. So gear up for hard work as much as you can, maintain a healthy work-life balance, work for 7 hours, get the productivity of 9 hours, and solutioning, not delivering data. So we need to provide solutions to our clients and not data. Next year we are trying to do lot of academia collaboration. So we are working with universities so that we better prepare and we create an awareness of market research among the next generation.
That's a perfect ending to this session, Sudip. Thank you so much for your inspiring words. That was Sudip Saha, ladies and gentlemen, MD and co-founder of Future Market Insights. Thank you again.